State versus Baker, knowledge of the dynamics requires context of all inconsistencies, even absent of recantation. Yeah. Now, has anybody actually asked the victim, did she want to recant her two-count criminal complaint? Or it wasn't her? I thought she was the petitioner. Yeah. State versus Gunderson, prior incidents of domestic were improperly admitted under evidence rule 404B. Now, let's say, okay, you improperly admitted myself into the jail because I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, Rick Larson. There's no possible way that you could have called the alleged victim, because it says here that Ms. Butnick, isn't that right? Yes, but it's really Mrs. Butnick. I never got a dissolution of marriage, and that does not question her credibility. Impeccable credibility. Not getting notices of the dissolution of marriage. Not getting a dissolution of marriage. Not getting actual notice of court hearings when issuing protection orders. Being found not guilty for the alleged violation of the first one. Yes. Never having to appear in court, never having to give any personal. It's almost like my wife wants me put into a mental institution for saying I'm crazy for not realizing that they're. It's possible. Okay, they have this precedent-setting case law. Yes, that there could be a small, just a smidge. Of credibility issues with the alleged victim of domestic violence. Now, you would think after the traffic citation, isn't that right? Didn't admit the evidence. I wasn't there. There's no credibility issue. Yes. But filing a false police report and then having me arrested and saying I was crazy. Yeah. And then being in Port Angeles, Washington on June 16th and having me transported across county lines where I was being held on more bail than most rapists at $500,000. Then sending the address. Oh, not like my wife didn't know that Mike Van Proyn was getting all my mail for the last 6 years. There's no credibility issue. Or the whole idea of my sister being Marilyn Van Proyn in a Rotarian newsletter. Now, we would never want to question the victim's credibility and her involvement in wanting me personally, yes, put into a mental institution where you could say that I'm delusional. But the truth is, you kept sending the mail here. Oh, that was not my actual address since December 24th of 2012, when the associate pastor, J.R. Van Proyen, turned the electricity off on me and froze me out in the middle of winter under the guidance, the direct guidance of the executive pastor, Mike Van Proyen of Kingsway Foursquare Church. Now, there's no credibility.